Salaki Akim, this is the, I guess this will be the part 2. My phone kind of cut off with a notification. But I'll go back and I'll read Job 21:15 again. It says, what is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? So they basically don't see any benefit in praying to the Most High. They don't see any value in keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, because they have everything. They have everything that they want, man. A lot of Jake that don't want this place to end, it's because they're comfortable here. They want this place to continue, man. And therefore the law is slack, like it says in Habakkuk. All right. It says, lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. How oft is the candle of the wicked put out? And how oft cometh their destruction upon them? The Most High distributeth sorrows in his anger, man. So that's what's coming to this place, man. The anger of the Lord is building up. So when you see these people running a rat race, these women, you got your woman, she's chasing a career. She wants to do this. She wants to do that. She wants to get a PhD. She, and all of these guys out here, they want the newest, fanciest car. All of these to just appease the women that want to go serve another white man in their career. It's all vanity. You start to realize, man, the things that Esau has everybody chasing, ultimately it leads to their death. Nobody is crying out about the food. Nobody is crying out about the rainbow people. Nobody is crying out about just widespread corruption. No family structure. Esau warmongering, destroying everything, erasing wealth, having you work till you're 75, 80 years old, till you drop dead, basically. Nobody is crying out about those things. The things that they're crying out about are things that are immediate, instant gratification type things. That's why you niggas didn't get scared until everything shut down. But all of the signs were there, all right? The massive money printing, the messed up supply chains, where basically all of the food that's grown has to come through Esau and trucked in. None of these things that Americans, quote unquote Americans, are suffering has to be necessary, but it's happening because Americans are stupid. All right. They've been lulled to sleep. All right. And whatever guilt that they feel in their consciousness, they go to church on Sunday, they pray and they get saved again. And then they go right back out and do their own wickedness again. And they go right back to sleep and fall for the same bullshit, man. This is a place where politicians are literally known for lying, yet people go out there in droves by the millions and continue to vote for them. Completely backwards and reprobate. All right? Everything about this place is against the Most High, man. But this is the society where everybody's running, doing this race and trying to constantly one up another. For what? You're building up all of these riches, all right, for it all to be destroyed and go to the elect anyway, man. All right. So what is that? Common sense would dictate that if that's true, then you should be striving to try your best to be part of the elect. But Jake doesn't want to hear that, man. All right. It says, verse 18, they are as stubble before the wind and as chaff that the storm carrieth away. The Most High layeth up his iniquity for his children and rewardeth him, and he shall know it. All right. So the children of Esau, the children of the wicked, are alive today. They're the ones causing all of the nonsense going on in the world, man. All right. It says, verse 20, his eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty. For what pleasure hath he in his house after him, when the number of his months is cut off in the midst? You see? So stop worrying about coming up in this society, man. Is there something wrong with getting a promotion or doing well at work or, having a savings account or, small things? But at the end of the day, within your spirit if you're trying to latch on to this place or not. And so does the Most High. The most important thing, the Most High knows where your allegiance lies. If you want this place to continue, are you in the spirit of hastening, the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man? Where are you on that front? All right. Now I'm going to go over, and this is not to make this too long. This is book of Luke, chapter 6. Okay. And I'll start at verse 21. It says, blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. All right. So if you're hungry now, if you're not doing well now, if you're struggling to make ends meet now, yeah, that sucks. But you have to remember we're part of the curses. You have to remember it's not brought to our remembrance all of the fucked up shit that we did personally. All right. You have to remember that the Most High knows what he's doing. He's perfectly just. You have to remember that suffering is part of getting a reward, man. The Golden State Warriors didn't just win a championship, man. Okay? They don't just get a trophy. They had to practice. They had to suffer through injuries. They had to go back to the drawing board. They had to take L's. All right? And it's no different with any other prize or reward. You have to suffer, period. There's no shortcuts. Okay? So although, you know, we don't want to be in a situation where we're hungry or we're yearning for things, but it helps to remember where we are and that we fucked up, man. You know, that's one thing personally that I would dwell on. I was like, I'll start to grunt under my breath and be like, why don't, you know, you got to deal with this, but then, you know, you just got to remember, man. All right. What is going on? What's really going on? All right. Verse 22, blessed are ye which men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake, man. And that's everywhere we go, man. People scoff against us. We go to a restaurant, order food, you know, they're looking down on us, especially the heathen. All right. Anybody that works, you call a customer service line, it's a nigga woman with an attitude for no reason. You like, damn, well, what the hell did I do? You know, I'm the one with the issue here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be calling customer service. You know, your own family members are going to have negative things to say about you. All right. People you thought that were friends, your neighbors. These are all things that we have to suffer. But the Lord is saying, blessed are you. All right. Why is he saying that we're blessed, even though we're going through these things? Because that's a sign. It's a marker of the curses. It's a sign and a marker that people see us outside of them. They don't value us because the things that they value are of this world. All right. They don't value the things of the next world because this is the faithless, godless generation that the Lord is going to destroy. So if they're persecuting you or giving you a hard time, the Lord is saying you're blessed, even though it doesn't feel like it. All right. But moving on, it says, and shall reproach you and cast out your name for evil for the Son of Man's sake. All right. Verse 23, rejoice ye in that day and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. All right. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets, man. All right. So the Lord is saying, suffer all these things. And if the Lord is saying it's great, you gotta realize this is the King of Kings, man. Over all of the universe, Yahweh made Yahweh Shai the Lord and ruler over everything. So if he is saying the kingdom of heaven is great, brothers, just believe it's not within our imagination to understand the blessing that we're about to get if we hold on, though. All right. It says, verse 24, but woe unto you that are rich. All right. So you guys that are trying to, you know, do real estate flipping, trying to get a bag and do all of these things. Just remember there's a certain connotation that goes on to being rich in this society. All right. And when we say rich, we don't mean spiritually. We mean, you know, in a carnal sense, you know. Now, if you got money, that doesn't mean you're in sin or you're going off. But the Lord set it up where, by and large, the vast majority of people that get in the bag that are winning in this society are going to lose. All right. That's the way the Lord set it up, because he wants to be glorified and bringing up the people who are perceived as the underdogs, you know. But it says, woe unto you, verse 24, woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. All right. So these people that got all of this money, guess what? Famine is promised. All right. All right. The sword is promised. Plagues and pestilence are promised. All right. So the better you're living in this society, the people that's talking shit, that look like they got it all together, they're winning, you know, the Lord is getting ready to flip that, man. It says, let me see, go back. But woe unto you that are rich, Salakia, verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Salakia, I skipped over that verse, man. Salakia. You have received your consolation, man. That's the main part of it, really. Because what is a consolation? When you get a consolation prize, what does that mean? It means you lost. It means you get something, right? But ultimately you caught an L, you know? That's what a consolation prize is. To console is the root word in there. To console means to comfort. Now, why would somebody who's winning in society need comfort? Why would they need to be consoled? Why do they need consolation? Because they lost, all right? Now, the Lord is calling these people on this side in this world. He's calling what they have a consolation because they get something, right? They get things of this world, but it's so small. And in the day of the Lord come, it's not going to matter. They're not going to remember it. The scriptures say a man does not remember prosperity in the day of adversity, roughly paraphrasing, you know? So when the plague hit, they're not going to remember how many years they was enjoying all these riches and going on vacations and doing all these things that people envy. They're not going to remember any of it. So this is their consolation on this side, man. All right. It says, but woe, verse 25, woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. There's a lot of people laughing and mourning. Esau's laughing at us. And it's mainly because of you, Keisha, but a lot of the stuff, Jake is just catching L's, man. All right. Even you women, the women laugh at the majority of men. All right. If you're not, quote unquote, high value according to their standards, which has nothing to do with integrity or wisdom or discipline or anything righteous, nothing to do with the scriptures. But it's all to do with height and financial status, you know. Then if you don't have those things, they're laughing at you. But the Lord said he's going to get the last laugh, though. All right. It says, for ye shall mourn and weep. All right. Verse 26, woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you. All right. For so did their fathers to the false prophets. All right. So the men that get spoken well of, the men that gets all of the accolades of society, you know, eventually the Lord is going to flip the script, man. So that's basically the main point. You can read that whole chapter. Yeah, this whole chapter is really, really good. But I just wanted to bring out the main point, man, that America is going to be destroyed. This whole thing is just a race to the bottom. When you get up out of bed in the morning to go to work, all right, you have to ask yourself, why are you doing it? Are you doing it to come up in this society? Or are you doing it just as a means to make ends meet till we get the fuck out of here? All right. And that's spoken from a person, me personally, who had that spirit on them, you know, especially in the world. This whole, I got to get promotion. I got to do this. I'm going to make it, you know. And now you get to certain positions in the world and you realize, man, this shit is through, man. There's no real life in it. There's no sustenance to it. All right. And ultimately you find out the things in life that are supposed to be the best are poison, you know, whether it be physically or mentally, you know. But that's basically it, brothers. I wanted to bring those precepts out, you know, Lord willing, this was edifying. So with that, I'll end it there, man. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachak Wadash, Wa Abab Bal, and Shalom.